Hello, everyone. I'm here today with Brad Smith. Super excited. He is the founder of Automation Links. Brad, if you can tell us a little bit about your background, what you do, and how you are the expert at data.
I feel like I'm getting old because now I'm at 10 years doing this online marketing stuff. So
Okay.
I'm outpacing a lot of these people out there. It's been really cool. My wife and I had a fitness company, and we were in a really bad car accident. So we're like, well, we got to pivot. So what do we do next? So we started online, started helping people online. And now, 10 years later, we've worked with over 2,500 brands and we help brands stalk their customers.
Oh, God. And so, how do you do that? How do you help brands stock their customers?
Well, having the fitness company that really helped me build relationships with people face to face. And it's so hard to build relationships online now. And
Mhm.
really, there's some new data that's come out where you have to follow up with your leads 24 times before they trust you or want to hire you.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Because I know friends and brands will do like a seven email sequence, and then if they don't respond, it's like on to the next. So you're telling me 24 times you need to reach out to that prospective customer in order to get a sale.
I've had people sign up and pay me 3 years after being on my email list
Three
because
years
they're
after.
finally ready.
Um,
Yep.
got
Yep.
it.
You have to be there. You always have to be the one top of mind. And when they are ready to buy something, they call you because they remember you.
Got it. And how do you do that? How do you stay top of mind, top of the sales funnel with your prospective customer?
Well, my company, we specialize in CRMs, customer relationship managers. A lot of businesses don't even have those set up or really don't have a way to not only collect data, but properly follow up with people. And
Okay.
that's really what I'm all about is how can we follow up with people those 24 times using automation as well. Our name's Automation Links. A lot of
Hmm.
people think I can't manually follow up with everyone 24 times,
Yeah.
but you can in multiple ways. And now with AI and with the internet, you can
Mhm.
follow up on different areas. So they can see my Instagram posts, they can get my email, they can get my newsletter, they can see my ad. They can see my ad on 10 different channels if I want them to. So that's really the power that we're living in now is it's the lowest cost, and we have all the tools available to follow up with our leads.
Wow. I was so excited to talk to you today is because a lot of times I think brands don't know the power of data and how they can use that data to power the CRM and to increase their sales, right? So I really wanted to hone into that today. So the first question I have for you is, what is a CRM? I feel like a lot of brands, they hear it all the time. You hear it, but you really don't understand what it is. So what is a CRM?
Customer relationship manager. It's a
Okay.
way for you to track all of your potential customers, your leads, your visitors now, which is new, and your customers. So you can follow up with them and you don't forget about them.
Okay.
So it can go all the way down to your audience probably uses Klaviyo. You can actually use Klaviyo as your CRM. It
Okay.
doesn't offer everything a normal CRM offers. It doesn't offer you to do opportunities, pipelines, and schedules, but that's fine. It allows you to collect the data, see where they're coming from. Okay, Brad Smith, he went to your website and he went to these three pages and he came from Facebook and he ended up buying from a Google ad.
Okay.
So you can use Klaviyo as your CRM, any email marketing software, as long as you can track where they came from, what they're doing,
Okay.
and follow up with them.
Got it. So what's your favorite platform to use? If the brand doesn't know where to start, would you say start at an email platform or would you do like a HubSpot or another more robust platform?
Well, I used to be spending $800 a month on HubSpot, and which was HubSpot's great. I've had clients that are spending $350 a month on Active Campaign, $400 to $500 on Klaviyo. And what's happened is I found that there's a lot of missing links. You can't have a scheduler. You can't do the proper tracking. You can't add unlimited users. So Go High Level has really stood out to us over the last 2 years.
Okay.
We've transitioned to it. We transition a lot of our clients to it. It's unlimited everything for $97 a month. So does a couple things.
Okay.
It saves you money.
Okay.
So
Number one.
you can have 100,000 emails and if you'll pay Klaviyo a couple $1,000s, but you'll
Okay.
never go above the 97 with Go High Level. And
Okay.
everything's included. It'll track all my Google ads, track my Facebook ads, all the automations, my calendar. everything. So that is a tool that's really stood out and helped business owners stay organized, automate, and save money.
So you're pretty much able to streamline everything on high
Yep,
level. You don't have to go to
exactly.
any other platforms to do anything else. Wow. Okay, another
Yeah.
question I have for you is why do you think a lot of brands underutilize CRM or underutilize how they can use their data that's coming into their platforms?
Well, it's overwhelming.
Oh.
And you feel like you have to be a tech pro to set these up and
Mhm,
also cost. So when you look at some of these other softwares, you think I have to spend a couple $100 a month to actually do this. And then time, I have to go
mhm,
put all this together. And I don't even understand how to put this together. But then when it comes down to it, not realizing how important this data is. So data, that's what has grown Facebook. Data is what's grown Google. They sell our data.
mhm,
That's where they make their money.
mhm,
These huge platforms that we use every day, they make their money from selling the data because they know how powerful it is.
mhm,
But for business owners, it's easier than ever to actually start using that data, spend a week or two setting up a proper system. And
mhm,
then once you start realizing, I just had a $9,000 sale come in from my data that I collected from somebody coming from a YouTube video.
mhm.
So
So you
build your system, build your business on a strong foundation, and then start doing the marketing.
got it. So you're saying that we can get quick wins with data, right? Even though you might have to have some patience because you don't know how fast a customer is going to convert, but the money is there. Money is data, and I always try to tell clients that it's like if you have a list, you have money sitting right there waiting for you, right?
Yep.
Now, the patience it takes to get them to the sales funnel is a different a different story. But the
Yep.
opportunity is still there, you know.
For
Oh,
sure.
awesome. So, what type of data do you think is always important for brands to capture? What are like the three top data points that every brand should capture every single time they're interacting with a prospective customer?
Well, number one is where they came from
Okay.
and also where the last place they came from is. Now, this is called attribution.
Okay.
So a lot of times, if whether you're doing just organic content or you're doing ads,
Hmm.
you may have a guess. Maybe this person that became a customer is interested came from Facebook. So I need to do more Facebook. But in all
Okay.
reality, they might have started with a Google SEO blog and then found you from your Facebook page.
Okay.
So maybe you should be doing more blogs if that's where your clients came from.
Um,
So you're guessing instead of realizing, okay, this customer actually searched for this blog. This blog was helpful for them. Then they followed my Facebook page and then became a lead. Okay, maybe I should actually answer more questions in my blogs. So that's number one is finding out what's actually bringing in that person the first time
okay.
and then what's getting them to buy the second time. So what happens for me is a lot of people find me first on YouTube. I know they come into my website, they don't even fill out a form. They just look at my website from YouTube.
Okay.
But then when they actually complete the form, they came from LinkedIn because they went and researched me after.
Now, there's something I want you to repeat because I think it's big and huge for people to understand is there's no guesswork, right? When you're able to track where people are coming from, you don't have to guess. And I think that needs to be repeated. If you could say that one more time, just for people that are going to listening, is what is that again? You don't have to do the guesswork to.
Well, stop guessing what you think is bringing in customers and use data so you know what's actually bringing in the customers.
And with that, you're saving time, you're saving money on having to guess and do ads in Google or YouTube. You don't have to guess. Now you can put your money where it's actually working. And I think that's what a lot of people get wrong. So thank you for
Yeah.
repeating that. I know you're going to go to number two. What was the second point that you're gonna before I stopped you?
So then I know where they came from
Okay.
and I know where they came from a second and third time. But if you use data right, you actually know what pages of the website they were on.
Okay. Okay.
So if everyone just assumed, oh, people go to my homepage and they go fill out my contact form. And when all reality, maybe they're spending more time on your pricing page or your newsletter, and
Okay.
you don't have any forms there for them to fill out.
Okay. Okay.
So I had a customer, I realized after collecting data that they spend most of their time on my website on my blog post, reading,
Uh-huh.
learning, and researching. Well,
Okay.
when I went and looked at it, my blog post had zero forms for them to fill out. So I was getting no subscribers.
Well,
So
because
what did I do?
okay,
I didn't, yeah, I just thought they were on my homepage or
okay,
somewhere else. So I
okay.
went and put a form at the top and the bottom of every single one of my blogs, and I get 10 to 20 newsletter subscribers a day.
Well, so it's the form, right? So can you break down what that looks like when we want to track how they're utilizing our website or what pages they're using the most? Is it just the forms that track it, or is there another type of tech that we can implement within our website that kind of gives us the customer's journey?
Yeah, we need to get pixels in place. So
Okay.
pixels are, you've maybe heard of Facebook pixels.
Hmm.
Now, Klaviyo, Go High Level, Google, they all have pixels.
Okay.
And you can go place these HTML widget codes in the back end of your website.
Okay.
It'll tell you to put it in the head section of your website.
Okay.
And a lot of times, if you're going to connect all of these, it's going to be a lot of codes. So I recommend using something called Google Tag Manager that
Okay.
consolidates all these codes for you.
Okay.
It's
Got
pretty
it.
technical. I would hire a freelancer on Fiverr or Upwork to help you with that for
Okay.
15 bucks. Put
Okay.
all those codes in one place so it doesn't bog down your website. But
Okay.
that's going to help you start collecting that data. So
Okay.
now I have a pixel from Klaviyo or Go High Level. I have a pixel from Facebook, a pixel from Google. And now all these pixels are what's actually collecting the data from my website. And
Ah,
that will tie it back into the forms as well.
got it. So that's how you automate the data that you're getting in one place, right? Is through the,
Exactly.
got
And
it.
most people, 90% of business owners, I think, have tried Facebook ads that I've talked to,
Hmm.
don't even have their pixel set up. So they're just throwing money, they're just gambling with their money without actually building up a retargeting list. Because once you put these pixels in, it's giving you better data on your customers so you can retarget them.
Got
Have you
it.
ever said something
Hmm. And
to
then the
your
phone
friend
picks it
and the
up.
next
Oh,
day you saw their Instagram ad?
yeah, 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 yeah. I'm
That
like,
comes from the pixel.
is the phone spying on this? Is this a good or a bad thing? I know
They
sometimes
are.
I'll
Yep.
talk around my phone, and then as soon as I go on Instagram, I'm like, hold on, I literally just said that
Yep.
to my mom. Well, got it. So that's the pixels.
And also the data they sold. So that's how they know it's our email in our account because they've already sold our data. We have our Facebook app on our phone. We have a Google Chrome. We've got Apple. We have Siri. They're all listening and
Got it.
they're already know our data. They already know what emails we have and they're pushing it back to their platforms so advertisers can pay them more. So
Yeah,
as
but
a business owner, you need to utilize that as well.
I was going to say that's why it's important for us to utilize those platforms because they already have the people and the data. It's easy way
Yep.
for us to connect with who our prospective customers are. Um, Another question I have is right now we're talking about data in terms of behaviors, right? In terms of how they're interacting with your platforms. But what about the, I guess, technical data like emails, phone numbers, last name? What do you think about capturing those types of data and how you can retarget to increase your sales funnel with those.
So if anyone's running ads, it's super important. If you run ads, when did you set up your Facebook account? For me, it was probably 20 years ago, I think.
Yeah, I think I was like 2008, maybe
A long
2008,
time ago.
a long time ago.
Yeah, whatever email we use to create our Facebook account, that's what Facebook still recognizes, but most likely we aren't using that anymore.
Okay. Okay.
AOL, Yahoo emails. If you're
Mhm.
as old as me, Juno, there was a Juno email,
You know.
really old.
Or hot,
So if I
what about
go in
Hotmail?
Hotmail, yep,
Hotmail,
people are
yeah.
still using that, I think.
Are they?
Yep. Well, if I go to your website right now,
Okay.
I'm on my new business email.
Okay.
So you have the pixel installed. You did everything right for your business. I'm going to retarget everyone that visited my website.
Okay.
Well, now, but when you go to Facebook, they will only recognize about 40% of those people that visited your website because they're
Okay.
not picking up that original email that's associated with their account.
Okay.
So by using these softwares, we use a software called Data Shopper that collects their original email and feeds it back in. So
Mhm.
now we're able to target 90 to 100% of your website visitors with that data.
It's called Data Shopper.
Data Shopper. Yep.
So pretty much with the way that you have strategized to capture data, right? You don't really need to ask your prospective customer for their data because it's already provided for within these platforms, right?
They've already given consent when they signed up for accounts.
Oh,
Yep.
so I want to switch it a little bit because there's a
Okay.
use case that I want to talk about, and I would love to get your
Yep.
thoughts on it, right? So For example, when some of our customers, our clients use Vidlo, they use it to capture video testimonials, right? But during events and brand activations, it's also a way for them to capture data right on site so they can retarget to the customers that were there so they can know more about what they offer and their products. So when it comes to that type of capturing of data, what's the best way to retarget and repurpose your branding to that audience from that type of activation? Does that make sense?
I I love reviews. Reviews actually have the best information you could ever use for your business
Okay.
because it's not you, and it's the same thing as the data. It's not you guessing what people want or
Mhm.
what their pain points are. They're actually telling you what their pain points were and how
Mhm.
you solve them.
Okay.
And so I could guess, oh, everybody came to my website for CRMs.
Mhm.
But if I go and read my reviews, it's my business didn't have any leads. Brad helped me get more leads.
Mhm.
That's totally different than what I thought. But they're telling you in these reviews exactly what you need to put in your email, what you need to make in your ad, how you need to retarget them. So
Mhm.
what I do is what we scrape all of our reviews, whether it's a video review or text review. We
Okay.
use AI to say, hey, this is what my ideal, ICP is, ideal customer profile.
Mhm.
Here's what 10 or 20 of my ideal customer profiles have said about working with me.
Okay.
Now create ads and posts and emails around only the words that were used in these reviews.
Oh, okay.
Then what we do is we take that video review and we actually place it as a Facebook and an Instagram ad
Mhm.
with the headline calling out the pain points of everyone else we have.
Oh, I love that. So you're repurposing the
Yep,
video testimonial in order to extract the data from that so you can repurpose it to other people that have their pain points, right? And
exactly.
also, do you ever take the data from the video testimonial or text testimonial and add it to the CRM database? Like, is that also a strategy that you use?
Mostly for the emails that we'll send out.
Okay,
Like we know you're struggling with this because you pulled that data. And this is how we help you fix that because that's what your other customers said in the review. So mostly in our automation emails, when we follow up with people, that's where we use that most.
got it. I have a fun question. A fun question for you is what has been the biggest or the most fun campaign you've worked on when you had to retarget your customers, you had to set it up, didn't think it was gonna work, and then boom, all these customers just start coming in. Do you have like a use case that you can share of kind of a success story, I
I've
guess?
I have a lot.
Okay.
Okay. One is we work with a company called Badass Extension Cords.
Hold on, the name itself takes the cake, so
So cool, right? And they were badass. And
Okay.
they plugged in and the light lit up when you plugged it in and you could get your custom wording there.
Oh, hold on. Who was their
So
ICP? Who wanted like the customized?
construction
Okay,
workers, contractors,
okay,
people that do the trades,
okay.
right?
Got it.
So they thought all these people were buying it because the thing lit up.
Mm-hmm.
So they made more ads about the extension cord lighting up. They had videos, they had pictures. That was all the ad copy. Guess what? Your extension cord lights up. Well, they hired us because they were struggling. They were, I think, spending around $50,000 a month on ads and returning about the same. So they were just breaking even, which
Okay.
isn't good.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Guess what we saw when we read the reviews?
What?
All the reviews, including video reviews, so this is why I like it, were talking about how much they liked that they could custom engrave their name on the cord. They didn't
Had
talk about
nothing
the
to
light.
do. Wow.
So the business owner thought it was about the light when the customer was telling them it was about that they got to do custom engraving on their extension cord.
Hmm. But you know what?
We,
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but what I love
yep,
about just that case is that there's power in
yep,
hearing your customer's voice because they're pretty much telling you what they want. And it's for you to
yep,
amplify that and to increase your sales from there. But I just want that's like the perfect use case for what we do, you know? Yeah, yeah.
for sure. I got one more quick one if that's okay.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Rampage Coffee, just a grumpy old man coffee
Okay,
company.
okay,
They're really cool branding. They're out of Canada. And
okay.
so they thought they were making coffee for a specific person, somebody that liked like really dark coffee, espresso type of coffee.
Okay.
And all the reviews and actually most of the sales, people wanted to try all four types of coffee before they decided on buying one type.
Okay.
So what do? We made a sample pack that we could sell. So somebody could order a sample pack where the husband could drink the espresso and the wife could drink the blonde roast or vice versa.
Hmm.
And they could just keep ordering that every month because there was variety. So their customers in their reviews were telling them we want variety and we won't even order unless we can try them all because we don't
Okay.
know which one we like.
Hmm.
And that led to emails. Every single email then started talking about variety, all the
Okay.
ads talking about variety. And so that's what really turned it around. So, and
So
it's all from what the customers said in these reviews.
it's you guys have to listen to your customers, right? They are what's going to move the needle for you. They pretty much you're solving their pain point. So if you're not asking for reviews, if you're not asking for video testimonials, you're pretty much missing out on how what they're saying that they want and how you can increase your sales and really form that community relationship with your audience and with your customers, you know?
I
Those
even take the reviews and switch out the copywriting on our website based on what the reviews say. So
are like the headline, like when you, the
headlines, yep.
okay,
Landing pages,
so
product pages, everything.
okay. So is there any other ways that you repurpose video content to increase sales? I know you mentioned some already when it comes to
Yep.
ads, when it comes to copy on maybe product messaging. But is there any other like maybe not weird, but kind of like out of the box ways that you that you use?
Oh, I'm trying to think. Well, definitely I like thinking about other channels to post those reviews as long as you have consent, right?
Yeah.
So I really like sending the reviews in the third automated email we send leads. So
Okay.
if anyone comes to your site, always try to get them to go watch or read your reviews on that third automated email.
Okay. Okay.
That will help just start helping them trust you more.
Okay.
I also, a lot of people in your industry are probably on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we go and we place that review as a YouTube ad as well. So
Okay.
YouTube has YouTube Shorts now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you might think, oh, I'm not really on YouTube Shorts, or how big is YouTube Shorts? Well, with YouTube, they actually will show your reviews on Google searches. So if you do a Google search nowadays, Google will put YouTube videos at the top. So
Okay.
if you title that review properly, and you say, this is how Brad used this product, and somebody looks up how to use that product, that review video will show up on Google now. So I think, I don't have any crazy ways, but that's definitely
Oh,
a
but
way
that's
that I see a lot
crazy.
of people not using.
I think, and also I think it doesn't even have to be crazy. It's ways that people are just not even thinking about that's right there in front of us that we just are
Yep.
not tapping into. So that's a gem that I think that the viewers can definitely take. And it also
Good.
helps with SEO, right? It's how do you use video for SEO? And that's pretty much the
That's
answer
it.
right there. So
Exactly.
what is a last takeaway that you can give a e-commerce brand, a brand that's has no idea how to get started? What should they do first? And then when should they come to you to kind of streamline everything?
I think the very first step is make sure you have all of your tracking and pixels in place.
Okay.
That's something I see a lot of people not have. And then when they do start with me or they do start running ads, they have no retargeting data. So one of the hardest things and most expensive things to do is go out and try to get new customers that have never heard of you to come buy from you
Mm-hmm.
because they might not buy this week, next month. It's going to take them a while to trust you and learn about you.
Hmm.
The easiest sale is to retarget people that have already heard of you. That's also the cheapest, most cost effective.
Okay.
But you can't do that if you don't have your pixels and tracking in place.
So you're wasting years of collecting all this
Waste,
data that now you have to start from scratch, right? So you're pretty much starting from scratch if you don't have that in place. Wow.
exactly.
That's that's
So
that's a heart
go
that's
to
a heartburn.
it is right. And
Yeah.
you don't want, I see a lot of people that they've been in business for 7, 8, 9 years and they have no data. So they're starting from scratch.
Okay.
So do it now. Even if you don't plan on running ads ever, just get it set up now to start getting that data there. Because like I said, if you ever decide to do ads, the cost it's so much less of
Cost.
a cost to retarget people than to acquire a new person.
Okay.
Use a software like Fiverr or Upwork, get a freelancer on there for 15 bucks and get all that stuff in your Google Tag Manager to do it right. That's the first place to start.
Okay. Okay. And
And
then,
then if you don't have a CRM, I definitely would try Go High Level. I'll send you my affiliate link. And we
okay.
have a free automation template we can upload for people.
Okay. Got it.
Yep.
And then when should they come to you? Right. So I have all this set up. When is the right time to come to Brad so he can streamline my sales and make me this famous brand that I've always wanted to be?
I would say when you finally realize, all right, my marketing's a hot mess
Okay.
and I've got five different things and none of it's connected. And once you realize that you had somebody that was a potential lead and they went and bought from someone else.
Got it. That is when they need to come to Automation Links. Awesome.
Yep.
This has been such an amazing conversation. I've learned so much. Thank you so much for sharing some gems and giving us some really key takeaways that we can implement today to just get started with organizing and streamlining how we capture data. Is there any last notes you want to share? Any last notes you want to give
Yes.
the brand?
Keep collecting those reviews and using that for your marketing because you could guess all you want. It doesn't matter. Your customers don't care what you think. They just care what their pain points are. So the
Um,
more reviews you can collect, the better.
awesome. And if it's a video review, it's even better. Could you get that
Well,
email?
then you could trust they trust you even more.
Trust you even more. So tell us where we can find you, Brad. Where can we find you? Where can they reach out to you if they want to learn more about what you do?
Yep. Our business is automationlinks.com. And then Brad Smith Coach. I have 108,000 subscribers on YouTube. And
Okay.
so you could just type in Brad Smith Coach on there and just see a bunch of free lessons on this stuff. The videos are boring, but you're going to learn something.
Okay. I'm sure they're not boring, and I will definitely send people your way because I think this is a space that a lot of people, like I said, is underutilized because they don't know the
Yep.
power, just like they don't know the power of retargeting someone that's already been on your website. So thank you so much for pretty much preaching that today and giving us some insight on how we can do the little things to help us streamline our CRM. I appreciate that.
Thank you so
Also,
much. Go add those pixels.
yes, right now. Thank you so much, Brad. I appreciate it.